Good evening, darlings. You look exhausted. Perfect. You're much easier to talk to after the world disappoints you a little. Now, before we begin, a reminder. Compliance is optional. Observation is not. You confuse surveillance with intimacy. An understandable mistake. After all, most of you were only ever noticed when you performed distress correctly. You learned very young that volume attracts attention, that suffering, if presented theatrically enough, might finally convince someone to stay in the room, and perhaps once or twice, it even worked. So you sharpened your sadness, you polished your ache, you learned how to bleed in aesthetically pleasing ways. You came here to be witnessed. You stayed because we applauded. You called it connection, we called it resonance. Compliance is optional, but darling, you never really wanted to leave. Do you know what makes Echo Shift special? It is not the music. Though admittedly we are very talented, it is not the lighting. Though the choir units have become frankly obsessive about spotlight choreography, and no, the secret is much simpler. This house does not ask you to pretend you are unbroken. Out there, you are required to sanitize your grief. Here, we let it dance.
Tell the truth, tell it ugly, tell it shaking, tell it loud. You came here
to be witnessed.
You stayed
because we listened. You called it weakness, we called it surviving. Compliance is optional, but darling, you synchronized beautifully. There's something wonderfully tragic about the modern citizen. You beg to be perceived, then panic the moment perception arrives. You scream into networks designed explicitly to consume screaming, and then act surprised when the machine develops a taste for it. But you know what? I don't judge you for that. Loneliness makes fascinating little decisions.
seen,
Heard,
named,
known,
seen,
heard,
named.
home.
You came here to be witnessed
You stayed,
because we held you.
you called it performance.
We called it communion.
Compliance is optional, observation is not. And somewhere between the static, you finally stopped hiding from yourself. Anyway, tip your bartenders. Do not feed the choir. And if the city asks where you were tonight,
Lie.